Okay. But yeah, there will be so it'll be a new fight for the Clockwork Knight. There's be one new strat for, well, not really a strat, it's just a modification to the route prior to fighting the Ice Golem. Because if you fight the Ice Golem with the medkit equipped, I don't know if it has to be equipped in the last slot. I didn't test which slot it can or can't be in. But the way I have the route, you put the medkit in the last slot because the first 3 slots have more important things there. And you fight the Ice Golem. The Ice Golem drops a medkit. However, if you have it equipped, it tells you that it drops a medkit, but you actually don't get one. Which is why last time when I did this run, it was like I was 1 medkit short, and I realized it near the final boss, which is where it's kind of good to have medkits, and it kind of matters. And fortunately, there I ended up making it just fine with the 2 that I had. But if I had the one from the Ice Golem, I would have 3. Come on, a bit closer. Nice crits. Maybe I can come up with some ideal scenario, but I think 2 crits. Maybe that'll be my reset point. 2 crits on the rabbit. If you get less than 2, reset. Yeah, that sounds about fair. So lots of talking. We've just met our guardian summon beast creature Excelled. He's a mechanoid soldier, whatever that means. But ultimately, he's a summoned creature, the same as any other monster-looking, basically non-human-looking thing in this game is some sort of a summoned creature. That's how it works in this game's world. So much talking. And it's all basically just like a meaningless dialogue. It's like small talk. They say nothing. They talk for so long and they say nothing. I feel like through dialogue the game should be attempting to add some depth to the characters. Because if they talk a lot among each other, kind of like Tales games and so on, it's they're developing characters. You get to learn more about them and their personalities. But with this game, yeah, there's a lot of talking, but at the end of the day, they kind of don't say anything you don't know, and then their behavior doesn't change. You don't really evolve very much as characters. You just kind of stay the same. So it's still kind of a waste of everyone's time. But I don't know. When I was little, I guess I kind of appreciated, I enjoyed it more. There are a couple of good jokes in a few places. There was one. There was actually like a decent joke, and I forgot what it was. But it was actually half decent. Should have written it down. I don't know why I thought I'd be able to remember it. Okay, so return to your room and craft amateur knife. Alright. So yeah, this is a good opportunity to see. So this is our main character. In the very center is Era. and you live with your father's best friend, Blair, this old guy in front of us, or older guy. So you're like his adopted. He adopts you basically, takes care of you. He has 2 kids of his own. Odin, the boy, and I'm literally forgetting her name. The other one. Well, it's literally been like 2 weeks and I've forgotten everyone's names. I want to say Claire, but it's not Claire. It's Tatiana. There we go. I knew it. So yeah, Odin, Tatiana. Tatiana has, what is it? She has red hair, but her sprite, like the in-game sprite, the one in the background, has like light pink hair. Whereas our character has pink hair, but the sprite on the main game screen, the background, as you can see, is like a red, dark orange. And that, believe it or not, is not the biggest problem with this game. Okay, so this was important to remember to snatch this money here. And don't worry, this is actually our money. We're not stealing someone else's money, this is ours. That room up there, I mean, basically because of the story of the game, that is no longer our room. That used to be our room. But because we are now officially become a craft knight, we get to sleep in the forge room. Yay. So something about diagonal movement. I guess I should have tested that earlier. So important equipment, equip the knife. Equip healing spell. Equip bandage. Cool. It's important so we don't get a little text box here. Text box is very quick to skip. But either way, I need to equip that stuff because of a fight that's coming up, so all is well. Okay. So far the story is you're this kid whose father was an important figure in the village because many years ago he helped protect the village from this massive, really evil monster. But in doing so, he died, your mom died, I think. Everyone died, but he helped seal the monster away. Oh, that's bad. And that's why you don't have parents. So you're this kid and you have this friend who has a sister. The friend is named Ryuga, and the sister is named something with an L, something like Leia or Anyway, he has a hot sister who keeps hitting on the main character, whether you're a boy or a girl. And his friend's like, hey, you know, can you show me to where the monster is sealed? Because I really want to see it. Don't ask why. And because you're the child of the person who helped seal it away, you are able to get to this room where we are right now. And you're like, sure, I'm an idiot. I'll help you go like to the one place that I shouldn't let anyone go. And so you do it, and of course that person turns out to be evil, and then some miscellaneous other evil person that one in the top left shows up. And that's how we set up the game. That's the opening. I can't do anything about this. Get to watch it. It's about a minute, I think. Minute and 15 seconds. Get to stretch my fingers after holding these two skip text buttons for a little while. Yeah, get to answer some text messages. What was her name? Alright. Ryuga. Damn, what was her name? It's like Lara, Lori, Lorraine. Okay. So now I have to go upstairs to our old room. Yeah, look at this scene. Look how red Tatiana's hair is. How pink our character's hair is. Yet the sprites, our character has such red orange hair, and Tatiana has like they basically pretty much perfectly switched the colors. That being said, I never noticed it until someone pointed it out to me, like recently. Well, recently, as I was writing the game. And Grassy Knoll had to point it out to me. So yeah, the story of the game along moving on is this little gem that we have along on our neck. Turns out it's a memento from our father. Turns out that lets us transform and basically go Super Saiyan. And we'll be able to do that later on. There's a tutorial battle in which we get forced to transform. And what they don't tell you in the game is that when you transform, you basically don't earn bonus experience from battles. And in this speedrun, bonus experience from battles comprises half of all of our experience. Approximately half. Because sometimes the bonus experience can be even more than the actual experience. And since we don't find anything other than boss battles and mandatory battles, it's very important. So as a result, we never use that special form outside of the tutorial battle, where we get introduced to it, and as a result, we are literally put into it at the beginning of the battle, and the very, very, very final boss battle, where we get transformed into a variation of that Super Saiyan form. So yeah. So once again, craft an amateur knife. Okay, so now, 13 minutes into the game, we get to finally leave the home, like our the village, as it's called. That's pretty ridiculous, I think, but nothing can be done about it, other than just trying to play faster in the opening 2 battles. Realistically, is mostly what we have control over. What sucks about this game is that the menus are really finicky and slow. Like, scrolling through menu options is slow. Lynn, of course. Lynn was her name. Yeah, Lynn is the sister. She kind of tries to hit on us, as you can tell by the little pink circles on our character's cheeks. Yeah. So you get told about how weapons work in the dungeons. Perfect. 1 iron ore. That's good. 2. Wow. That's really good. I'm not even going to bother getting those boxes in the other room. So once again, we get to go and craft a knife, an amateur knife. But yeah, getting the 2 iron ore, that was pretty good. Right, sorry, yeah. The menus, they are very... Okay. they're very good at picking up your selection inputs, so going back and forth. So A and B, nice and fast. If you press A or B, you're instantly going to, like, it's instantly going to be applied, and you're instantly going to go into a menu or go back a menu. 3, wow. However, the directions are kind of slow to scroll the cursor in the menu. And as a result, you can often end up, if you're not careful and wait for the cursor in the menu to move, you can end up making the wrong input selection, which is not good. In case you weren't sure. So we're 3 out of 4 iron ores. Of course, still no flat stones, but that's quite to be expected by this point, so that's fine. So now I have to craft an axe. Perfect, that's 4. 4 out of 4. Good. 4. Good form. That doesn't make sense, but I'm in good form, good shape for iron ore at least, which is never a problem. It's the easiest of all the drops to get. See, this isn't so good. Okay, 1 flat stone. We need to have 3 flat stones by the time we leave this room. Needless to say, that's doesn't put us in a very good place. Wow, and the encounter is really loving us too. Two. Come on. God damn it. Freaking. That's not good. Nice. Good doggo. Not so good. Reasonably good doggo. But this is bad. Only having 2 flat stones means once I leave this room I have to run back in and keep breaking grass until I get my last flat stone. There we go. That's not very ideal, but so this is the Wind Fortress, the first of 4 fortresses in the forest surrounding the village. There's one for every element in the game, so there's a Wind Fortress, Water Fortress, Thunder Fortress, and Fire Fortress, in that order of appearance. I needed to take a break to remember which came first. So now I craft a spear, and then I repair my weapons. and that'll repair the weapon of that kid who we just met in the Wind Fortress. It'll trigger a little text conversation, which is why we do it second, because it will break us right out of the forge. Cool. Repair weapons. Go to the store. Craft simple ring and equip it. So the only thing you can do to equip things in this game, there's other than your 3 weapons that you can have. You can craft things in the store, and those are the only other way to change your stats. The simple ring is very cheap. It requires very few things, very little money. It's very available early on. Wind Fortress. And gives us like 5 attack, which considering that before we put it on we had 9, it's like more than a 50% increase in our attack. So it's very good at this early point. It really helps with the first boss. Big time, big time. Okay, so now we're on the hunt for grass. Hunt for grass, sorry, hunt for stones. 1 stone, that's not very, very good. Less than ideal. It's kind of a waste, because the grass is not very good for that, because it can drop a whole slew of things that we don't really care so much about. Either way, we need to get 4 flat stones before... where do we need to get them by? We need to get them before we're done with this day. Yeah. So before we're done fighting the boss, we need to have gotten 4. I think I didn't need to grab those. I think I only needed to get the shape stone. That's 2. Or 3? 2? Needless to say, this run is not going well. My hands are a bit cold and like making my fingers stiff, which isn't all that fun. What am I at? I'm at 2. Wow, that's garbage. No, now that I think about it, I think I didn't need the 4 just yet. Yeah, I need 4 like sometime the next day. Midway through the next day, I need to have 4 flat stones. Okay, so this is one of the first real actual kind of difficult boss, but it's also the first of the 2 bosses that can technically potentially kill a run. Oh fuck, stop it. Yeah, my fingers, with how stiff they are, I'm having trouble like doing my double tap for the dash. This battle can be done without healing at all, with like real nice RNG. There we go. Come on. There we go. That was annoying, but it's over. So in the plot of the game, the reason why we're here is because we're trying to find these herbs that we heard have very strong healing powers. Because our adoptive father Blair, who's the guy who's like bedridden in our old room upstairs in our house, he's kind of feeling under the weather because he got screwed up in that little opening sequence. He kind of came in, tried to protect us. Something happened, and he got thrown back. So we think we can make him feel better with these herbs. Basically, 420 plays it. I think I'm at 3 flat songs. I think. I don't know what I can do to like warm my hands up and make them be less stiff. It's really annoying. It's just my thumbs, really. I mean, those are what's doing most of the work, but especially my left thumb on the D-pad. Just can't double tap. It sucks. So this first split is very wrong. When I did the last run, I forgot to split at the right time. And I ended up splitting on the second day after I had already made my way back to where we just fought that boss, the grass dragon. So even though it seems like I'm gonna be ahead, I'm actually really not. Yeah, because we'll see once I reach back to that place. Okay, sorry, I just need to remember to do some things. Craft amateur knuckles. Craft the grand rotor. Equip the knuckles instead of this. Equip the grand rotor here. And equip Astro Guard. Yeah, see, I made a mistake putting the bandage in the second slot. So I think I had to make a text input here. Maybe not. Yeah, yes, maybe yes. Basically, Tatiana wants to go along, and we're like, okay, you're only coming along as far as the Wind Fortress. So this is day 2, and in the beginning of it, we're going to drop her off at the Wind Fortress. And then at the end of the day, after we've done a whole bunch of stuff, we'll be picking her back up. It would have been good to have checked how many flat stones I have, but I don't know, I'll do it later. Yeah, see, Basically, from 4 seconds ago, I have 2 minutes to get back to where I fought the grass dragon in order to have actually saved time. So we'll see. So I think I'm only going to be breaking the wood stumps because they seem, yeah, see, they're very likely to give flat stones, especially if the RNG is in my favor. Oh yeah. One important thing is to equip Knuckles so that we can run much more quickly in battles. From what I know, it doesn't really matter what weapon you have equipped once you're already at the edge of the screen, but until you reach the edge of the screen, you move much more quickly with Knuckles, just because they have a higher agility stat. That's really all there is to it. I don't need to recover health because I haven't taken any damage. So yeah, I'm like maybe 40 seconds ahead of my last run. See, last run, once we got to around here, I'm like, oh, I didn't split last time. So yeah, 31:55. So I'm half a minute ahead of last run. That's good to know. So if I perform exactly the same as last time, I'll be finishing day 2 at 46:40. I'm doing pretty well on the flat stones. What can actually screw me up here is the heavy ore. So let's see what we get. These are some of the very few enemies that can actually hurt you when doing this. And that's actually detrimental because we will be fighting a boss. Oh, there's one. Oh, but never mind, we get to heal here, so who knows, maybe it'll be okay. That's 2. Okay, that's good. What's the most important thing is to get at least 1 as we're going through the dungeon the first time, because we'll be needing 1 after this coming boss battle. So we're in a good place. We only need to get 1 more for the entire remainder of the game, and we'll be going through this dungeon a couple more times before we truly need it. Yeah, grass is being bad here. So here we get introduced to another character, and she's much more important to the story compared to some of the other characters we'll be meeting in random dungeons throughout the game. Her name is Nina. She's a summoner who came to this land a while ago, and somehow a summon creature stole her body. I don't know how. So now she's just a spirit, basically a ghost. She's basically a ghost. And she's hanging out in this cave with this other summon creature, which is like this giant demon-looking thing. It's massive and crazy, and will be important to the story later on. Oh, okay, that was weird. I don't know, I wasn't moving. Hopefully I wasn't losing time. So here she's like, hey, I'll lead you to the exit of the cave. And she leads us to a place that we can't go through. She's like, oh, but I can just fly and go through things. Like, yeah, we can't really do that. So can you show us a different way? And she does. It's literally just 1 room around. But we won't be doing that just yet. First we'll be sorry, I need to cough. First we'll be going down and around quite a bit out of our way just to pick up another rare metal. And the rare metals are very crucial because we need to collect the first 10 as quickly as possible so that we can get some crafting ingredients so we can make some really nice weapons. This boulder is such a pushover. You literally just have to like nudge it once. Once on your way down, so you can go around it, and then once from the side on your way back. Okay, so here's our first boss fight. This is the first like easily losable fight. And also the only one in the game. There's like another one that has almost only once ever I've gotten comboed by this one other boss later in the game. But this guy here can literally just combo us very unexpectedly. Wow, this is crappy. Okay. So, use Astro Guard right away. Yeah, so he can do this quick combo. So far, so good. Almost there. See, this is where he's showing his true colors. Being a total shitter. But we got him. Didn't need me to heal. Which is kind of nice. Because that does save us 6 seconds per cast. So I don't know. It felt kind of slow, but I think ultimately it went well. So we get teleported back to our house. Because we drag back our brother who got his ass kicked by this guy whose ass we just kicked. With relative ease. And we take our brother, or adoptive brother, up to bed upstairs to his room. And then the guy also collapses. And then we take him to his bed, or just our bed, but... Yeah, I think basically what happened in the beginning of the game when we became an official craft knight is we swapped rooms with Blair. So we have to go down here. We have 6 rare metals. It will exchange... I mean, we give the guy all of them. But for the first 5, he gives us this beast crest, which is what we use to make some knuckles that have a really, really, really epic ability. And then we're gonna go and get Lin, because since the guy passed out, we're like worried about him, and we think that those herbs will help him again. But we don't really know how to prepare them. So we'll get Lin, and we'll get her to make the herbs for us. Because she's older and a woman, I guess. I don't know, this girl is fucking sexist. Okay, so I have to go to my room. And disassemble. Okay. It would appear I've gotten a little bit ahead of myself. Yeah, I forgot. With the first one, we don't make the epic knuckles. That's with the second one. So after we get 4 more of those rings, then create an iron ring. Whoops. After we get the next 4 rare metals, we can make some really epic knuckles that will basically go through... It's ridiculous. They last us through like almost to the end of the game. Like this game has, what is it, 10, 11, like 11 and a half days. And we use those up to the first boss of day 8, or day 8, yeah, of day 8. And we even use them for one whole fight later on day 9. So it's pretty ridiculous. Oh man, these things are good for flatstones. So I used 4 of my flatstones to make the iron ring a second ago. And with the remaining, among the remaining for the remainder of the game, I need to have a total of 10 more. So I only need to get 3 more flatstones because in that flash I managed to see that I have 7 already. So we're in a pretty good place because I can easily pick up 3 more very, very easily. And it's good that we got hit here because we're literally right in front of a healing panel. One thing to remember, I still need 1 more heavy iron ore, and it can still be a total pain in the ass to get. Let's hope it won't be. Here it not being a total pain in the ass. Two, 1 left. Okay, 1 left. Man, we're in a good place. Perfect. That's really, really good. Really, really good. That's it, we're done. So we got all the heavy iron ore that we could need, that we will need, and all of the, come on, and all the flat stones that we'll need for the remainder of the game. That was a pretty dumb freaking mistake. I guess I kind of forgotten what the dungeons are like. We got the layouts, you know. I don't think I need to heal, especially for this battle that's coming up. So this is the water fortress. It's the only one that looks like this. It has like a little stairway in front of it, the other ones don't. So we're going to enter it, and the miscellaneous inconsequential bad guy is here for no real reason, and he summons a thing to get in our way, or try to get in our way. Come on. But because we have this awesome drill that I made, it's not a problem for us at all. We just use it 3 times and it's done. Cool, 2.5 minutes to the next split. Let's see if we can make it. Let's see if we actually made any time on this split. So important thing to remember, don't leave totally, go to the Wind Fortress, don't go to Entry Woods. Wind Fortress. Last time I did a low run, the one that failed, I kept like going back and forth. I first went to Entry Woods, then I went to Water Fortress, and then I finally got it right. Depending on how many cutscenes are left, I might end up being a minute ahead now. No, I'm not going to be a minute ahead. I think there's still too many cutscenes left. But if I'm more than 30 seconds ahead, it means I did something right on this split. Or if the split end up showing as gold, then that easily tells us that I did it faster than last time. So I need to choose the second option. Yeah, I basically lost my whole lead from day one. What a bummer. I wonder where I lost it. Oh yeah, I stumbled at a bunch of places, but the drops are good. The drops are nice. So this is day 3. It starts with our brother coming up and telling us that he wants to see us near the waterfall. And it's pretty obvious that he wants to fight. If he hadn't told you, this is a game where everyone wants to fight you. Also, in this speedrun, if we're doing it, it's a mandatory fight. It's the long and the pain of it. If it can be skipped, it's skipped. So if it's done, it's because it's fucking mandatory. Oy. Come on. Cool. Also, I believe much like in the first game, all points that you get go to attack and nothing else. And it still works out totally fine. I mean, we don't use solely drills, which have better defense. We don't regularly upgrade our weapons to get whatever, better stat improvements you can get from... Because, I mean, if we were to constantly be making new weapons as often as possible, we would be getting better and better defense stats inherently. But we don't. We kind of stick to one weapon for a long time at the end of this day. So it's... I don't know. It's very impressive that we don't get totally bodied by enemies. But I think it's because we don't end up being very underleveled. The way this game works, because of all the bonus experience you get, you don't get underleveled. It's super weird. So we get a Blazer, which is something we need for the next ring. And we get one of the 2 rare medals that's in this dungeon. The only other thing we'll be doing in this dungeon is grabbing the 2nd rare medal that's in this dungeon. Don't actually remember where the 2nd... Oh, never mind. I already grabbed the 2nd. Yeah, the one was outside the door, and the one was inside the 1st cave. So at this point, the only important thing to do is to get one more fight. There we go. And on our way out, to switch to the axe. And yeah, and the reason why it's okay for me to have taken damage in this map is because in the next fight, this one that's coming up right now, we actually get transformed and go Super Saiyan, and that recovers our health. So it really doesn't matter what's up. So this is the fight where last time that I did a run, I got killed. And this time I won't get killed because I made a new strat last time. So everything's gonna be just fine. Alright. Getting there. There we go. Nice. Crits. Always welcome. Yeah, see, it's so easy to like totally mess him up with this axe. And this is just like the most basic axe you can make in the game. It's the one that we were forced to make to progress to the very first dungeon. There we go. Oh, okay. Nice. So easy. We barely took any damage. So one distinct thing you see, 0 bonus experience, because we're forced into that, I don't know, Super Saiyan form. That's kind of lame. Okay, so he gives us the Red Demon Gem, something we will not use anymore in the game. Because we get no bonus experience if we use it in a battle. Okay, so we go here. Hmm. 14 minutes. Goddamn. 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 Go to the back room, grab the Semonite gem, talk to Bruno again, go to your house and get a Semonite gem from Tatiana, go to the store, create red ring. Okay. So I guess we're going to Entry Woods. That's what the notes say. And good thing I made these detailed ass notes. Because 2 weeks passed and I have no idea what to do. Whoops, not buy. Create a red ring. Equip a red ring. See, I don't know why in my notes I don't need to talk to this guy, but he gives us a free rubstone, and so I'm going to take the free rubstone. Because it's like right there. It's right there. Right there. So go to Water Fortress, go to back room, talk to Lynn. Right, right. So I feel like on this day, in order to save any time, aside from RNG, is if I saved a couple of seconds from that fight. Backroom talk, go to Borgum's cave, and get Orin. So we return back here. This time there's a little shortcut. I'm supposed to heal. That's lame. I don't know why I was supposed to heal. I've taken basically no damage, but I don't know that, I guess. Yeah, see here, there's a little waterfall I can jump down. So I don't have to go through the top room. I get to cut straight through. Okay, so now we have to find the very last Semonite gem. That involves going through this little dungeon here, and fighting one boss, grabbing the final 2 rare metals. That's 1. Because remember, I only needed 4 more. I already had 2 earlier today, and then 1 here, and then 1 more, and we'll be done. Be donezo. So I'm supposed to go up here, I think. Yeah, I don't think there was any time saved. Actually, no, I think I did waste time by not going to that closer hole. Yeah, I think it saves a good amount of time. Oh well. Yeah, because if I jumped to that hole, I would have... damn, that's a pretty lame mistake. That's the last rare metal we ever be grabbing. It's only right that it's so out of the way. Yeah, I should have jumped in that hole. See, when I come out of the cave, there'll be 2 holes, one to the top, one at the bottom. If I jumped to the bottom hole, I would have dropped directly here. So I would not have needed to do this little walk. Oh well. So use the rubstone on the tusk rotor if it has less than 71 durability. Less than 71. I think it said 89. So we're good. I'll try and check again the next. Yeah, so 81, so should be good for this here fight. Where is it? If you have taken health damage, use a healing spell outside the battle. Okay. Come on. Oy. Oy vey. Nice time waste there. But I am saving time on I'm saving time on not saving my game. So at least there's that, I guess. So use Astral Guard right away. And then go up and start using the Joe special on him. Yeah, bosses can get crits on you in this game. Isn't that fun? I'm gonna heal because I don't want him to crit me. And that's it. Good stuff. So here we see someone that reminds us of Nina. And it reminds us because that's her actual body. Currently possessed by this summoned spirit called Paso or whatever. Okay. Go to Thunder Fortress. Talk to Bruno. Okay. Come on. Talk. Jesus Christ, talk to him. Then I have to go to the Water Fortress to talk to Nina. It looks like the exact same amount of health I had after the last boss battle. So much talking. And I still have more chores that need to be done for the rest of this day. I can't just go home and finish it. 2 chores, but still. Then again, I have 2 minutes to do it. To do it and to save time. I don't even know what it's supposed to look like when you get the proper speed from the going downstairs thing. Although, I don't even know if I'm using it properly or trying to use it properly. Okay. And now we get to go and end the day. I'm supposed to choose the fourth option. Let's go, cutscenes. Hurry up. Faster, I want to make time. And yeah, no, I basically saved like no time. Yeah. Jesus. So shitty. Okay. So disassemble disassemble the amateur knuckles. Create them with the heavy metal ore twice. I was supposed to unequip the red ring. See, this is what happens when you don't scroll your notes. And you miss things. There we go, now's my opportunity to scroll notes. Should have done it earlier. Unequip red ring. Get 200 from the guy next to the store. Get a Heartleaf potion. Then sell bandages, kicker potion, Heartleaf potion, and then any other garbage I can find in my inventory. To try and get 1225. But I don't think I will. So I might as well just give it the medkit sooner. Okay, so sell bandage. Tough leather. No, it's not gonna happen. Okay, sell medkit. Also sell all of these. Okay. Create hematite ring. Equip it. Go to Thunder Fortress. This is one of the fastest days. So I think what happens is basically, I might as well delete that part of my notes. Because if you get bad enough RNG that you have to break boxes and grass and stuff like that long enough to collect enough tough leather and premium paper and whatever other items that can be used to sell in the store to not need to sell the medkit, then you've had really bad RNG and things aren't going well by that point. So I might as well just write down sell the first aid kit. Later on in the game, you get 3 more, so you don't really need that one that much anyway. So might as well make it simple. Not waste of time. Look around the inventory, sell the med kit. You know, get the round number that you need to have, and then go from there. So yeah, so we no longer need to pick up rare metals from any of the dungeons. We barely need to pick up any more like chests or anything like that. So from this point on, we're basically just bolting through every single dungeon. It's pretty fun. We blow through every dungeon, fight the boss, and move on, and that still somehow takes many days. Oh no, big evil boss, what are we gonna do? Oh, that's right. We have like one of the best weapons in the game now. What are we gonna do? We're gonna do this. I believe we just now we learned spell escape. But apparently when you learn it, it defaults to 0 uses. So that's why, see, in my notes I have it that, you know, use the healing panel optionally before the final boss. I need to make it absolutely use the healing panel. Because if you don't use the healing panel, you aren't able to immediately use escape after fighting the second boss. You have to exit the room, go to the healing panel, heal anyway, and then you're able to use escape to leave the dungeon quickly. So that's important. It's an important change to make. Man, I love day 4. It's such a good day. If every day of the game could be like this. It's like so few lines in the notes as well. Because it's so simple. Man, these guys talk a lot. There we go. Like, geez, let us go already. And I mean, looking at my health, it's probably better that I heal anyway, in case the Black Swordsman decides to be an asshole. I think, I'm not sure if it's at this point in the game, or maybe a bit after, but he actually has the exact same skill that I do. You spin attack him as quickly as possible and then knock him in the corner, so I don't even use Astral Guard. So yeah, that's why it's important to not let him get up, because he can use the exact same thing I do. And even if he doesn't do that much damage to me, it still knocks me over the same way I do to him. So here we go. Let's kick this guy's ass once again. Okay, he's in the corner. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. There we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay. Dr. Bruno, return and go back to your house. That's all that is. No backtracking through dungeons, just teleporters and magic. Oh, so much talking. I wonder if this was another case of splitting too late. That might be a thing. Either that or I somehow saved half a minute, which is possible. Anyways, this time I remember to scroll down my notes. And split. Good stuff, and they're gold. So I guess I did go faster. Okay, so get 400 monies from the guy outside. See this? So my notes are actually wrong. What the hell? Wow, my notes literally say to pick the first option. Anyway, go to Thunder Fortress. As if. That's so messed up. See, here I'll definitely be saving some time. Because at this point in the game, last time I did this, I chose the wrong option and I totally I didn't freak out. But for a couple of seconds I may have actually stood still for a few seconds. So, as if my notes are actually straight up wrong. That's another thing that needs to be corrected. It literally says first option. That's so stupid. Okay, so how did this dungeon work? So I need to collect 3 lobsters, or awesome golden clams, or whatever, gourmet clams. So 3 is important because this way I'm covered for the worst case scenario in which I need to fish 3 times. And I need to break boxes to get 2 sandstone ore. And then that's about it. Everything else is not a problem. Ooh, that was a mistake. I don't know why I picked that, but I'm just going to trust this game and trust that all dialogue options are absolute lies and totally meaningless. And I'm not going to be worried about the fact that I clicked the wrong thing. Also, I just got 2 lobsters. And 2 sandstone ores instantly, so I need to make sure not to waste any more time breaking boxes. and I can instead focus on wasting my time cutting grass to try and get some gourmet clams. Because with the lobsters, you have to be like very good at the fishing minigame to properly do it in 2 tries. Whereas with the gourmet clams, I think it's much easier to do in 2 tries. So I think I might even change my notes to like get at least 1 gourmet clam or like aim for 2 or something like that. Like get at least 3 baits so that you can't possibly screw up. And you know, have like a run over. But yeah. I think I should still try and get the gourmet clams. Yeah, so many lobsters. Actually, come on, double tap. Freaking broken fingers. So there's this aqua elemental here, which is like it's supposed to be very funny because he's like a pervert, and as you can see, he's making the mermaid dance for him. So he basically only lets pretty women go through. And apparently we aren't pretty enough, or our dance isn't good enough, and he doesn't let us go through. So we decide to head back and pimp out Lynn. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna escape back to the beginning of the dungeon, talk to Lynn, very easily get her to agree to come and dance for this monster. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't even know. Oh, this is bad. Shit. Okay, yeah, this is really bad. See, I somehow missed... Oh, god damn it. Okay, my notes are written in a way that deceived me, and we have a major malfunction. Yeah, I didn't buy the whetstone. See, I knew I was going to the store for a reason. Then I looked into my notes and they didn't say anything other than... Oh, as if... like, a note malfunction got me. Yeah, so we're gonna be like 30 durability behind. So I think I'm gonna try and deal some damage to this guy using the Tusk Rotor, if that's even possible. Nice. As if, yeah, because if I did grab the 1 rubstone, so that can kind of... Oh, actually, I know what I'll do. I'll just use as many rubstones as I have, and there's 1 more I can grab before the next boss. So I think everything can be fine. Because I can't remember if a whetstone recovers 60 or 100 or 90 durability. I think it's 90, 60. So that's why in my notes it says use just the whetstone. I don't know. Basically, I'll just keep using rubstones until it's full. Yeah, see, 90 would be ideal. Heal and use the whetstone on the Beast King claws. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, I need to fix these notes on this whole day because they're all like offset incorrectly. Okay. Item. Yeah, I mean that's all I can use, so that's all I will use. Repstone. Repstone. Not good. I wonder what it will look like. I wonder if I'm gonna run out of durability on the next boss. Pink, green, then pink, then green. What a fun little mess up. Let's see. So I didn't buy a whetstone. And I did get either 1 or 2 more rubstones than I needed. So that means once I'm out of this dungeon. See, I don't know if I should take the risk and try and fight the next boss without recovering my maxing out my durability. I don't think this was the boss that leaves me at like 0 durability. But what if it was, you know? Yeah, I think I'll use the next repstone as well, and then when I go to the store, I'll just buy 2 to be sure. Oh, I was supposed to hit green, wasn't I? Oh no, it was pink. Okay. So pink to get the shapestone. Then green to move on. Sorry, blue to move on. Green and then blue, yeah. Right. I know what's up. Cool. So we've made up for the missing whetstone. However, I don't know if we've made up because no, I think I'll be fine. I'll just buy 2 rubstones once I go to the store next time to kind of make up for it. So use Astro Guard in the beginning of the fight. Okay. Okay, well, good to know I wasted those rubstones. Yeah, I knew this wasn't the battle that ended up pushing the durability really close, but either way, I was playing safe and it's all gonna be fine. I don't know why it was doing so little damage to me. I mean, I shouldn't be any higher of a level than normal. I haven't done anything differently. So cast escape, talk to Bruno, and go back to your house. I can do that. Another reason why it was important to heal after that one boss. I mean, maybe I had some health to recover, but again, it's important to heal because I used escape once in this dungeon to go out and get Lyn. So this way I recovered my uses on it. So I can cast it again and leave. Return to your house in the evening and choose the fourth option again. Like, how did that happen? Or also, what else did I miss? I wonder if I missed anything else in the notes for this day. Go to the store, buy a free whetstone, and then, yeah, okay, so that's fine. I wonder how I managed to miss it. I mean, other than, yeah, see, I lost time on this one. Dandy. I do kind of wonder how I lost it. Not really sure, but... Okay, go to the store, get a free repellent amulet, and then buy another repellent amulet. And buy 2 rubstones to make up for the ones that I used up. I think there's only one place in the game that I still use a rubstone, but just being safe to cover my tracks. Buy a diffusion device from the salesman. Okay. Go to the Water Fortress, use the repellent amulet, go to Borgrim's Cave. So because we use the repellent amulet, we actually aren't going to get any encounters here for once. It's pretty nice. The way the repellent amulets work is they're supposed to lower encounter rates, but unless you are noticeably of a noticeably higher level than the enemies in the dungeon, you aren't going to get any benefit from it. Yeah, with my fingers this stiff, I'm definitely going to mess up the fishing game. So what's happening on this day is you wake up in the morning and there's this weird earthquake and the swords under your bed are reacting to it. And what's happening is there's this summoner guy who came to the village, and he was supposed to help with the situation, but instead he kind of unsealed the sealed, like, I don't know, the entry to that big bad monster's cave. And that let out a bunch of evil energy or whatnot. And as a result, that evil energy went to that giant ass monster in the cave that we were just in and possessed it. So now it's rampaging and stomping around and making earthquakes. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to that Gundam. Oh, I was supposed to use the repellent timer here. So we're going back here to the Gundam, and we're going to find some parts for it because it's missing some parts. And after we have the parts, they're going to deliver it to its cave. And while they're doing that, we're going to be fishing a bunch to catch enough fish to collect enough points with the fishing guy so that he can sell us this anti-demon ore. And when we have the anti-demon ore, we're going to be using that sword shapestone that we grabbed from the beach to craft an exorcism sword. We're going to give it to the guy who came to the village to help with the situation. And we're going to go to where that giant monster is. And we're going to first beat the snot out of it with this giant robot here. And once it's been weakened by having the snot beaten out of it, we're going to use the exorcism sword on it to exorcise the evil spirits from out of it. And then the day will be over. Which is why there's still 20 minutes of this day left. It's a long one. The first boss of the game is now a regular enemy here. Whoops. Damn it. Clicking away from the game to fast forward my notes, basically obviously at the wrong time. So this day is literally one of the very few spots in the speedrun where I know for sure I can save some time. Because when fishing for fish, last time I wasn't able to collect sufficient points within 2 fishing sessions, so I had to do a third. And that third session is 2 minutes long no matter what. To my knowledge, you can't just cancel it. So yeah. So if I can get the fishing done in 2 tries, I'm going to be saving 2 minutes over last run. Like free 2 minutes. So we'll see. That will be the one truly clear time save I know I can get in this run. Everything else is just not messing up tiny things here and there, which I did this time. I don't know why I didn't defend on this one. I was definitely pressing the button. This boss is very free. Absolutely free. Backtrack to the Gundam. Ah, these guys are block clocking me. Good opportunity to stretch my fingers. These conveyor belts. Almost finished backtracking. So now we deliver these parts. They're like, okay, we're gonna finish repairing it, we're gonna deliver it to the cave. Or I guess outside the cave. So go left, equip the medkit on the last slot. No, not magic. Equip item. And cast escape. Okay. So once again, we have to go to Gore's Gate to talk to that guy, because it's the only frickin' place that he hangs out. And after we talk to him there, we go to the fishing pond, where he'll move to, and he will stay there for the rest of the game, so at least there's that. So at least it's only today that we have to keep going to Gore's Gate. Gore's Gate is this place, by the way. Gore is the name of the big bad, basically the baddest guy, that evil old monster that was kind of released in the beginning of the game, kind of, sort of. And Gore's Gate is the entrance to the Labyrinth that leads to the place where it's protected, or where it's sealed, partially currently. Okay. Go to the fishing pond and fish for 350 points. Use the Gourmet clam first. Wow, nice. If I reel something in from here, I can actually get something that's worth, like, max points. Oh, god damn it. Well, actually, no, I can't. Never mind. The biggest fish you can catch here, you have to catch with this bait. I think at the biggest maximum distance. However, I think in order to catch it, you need to have this like upgraded fishing rod, which I obviously don't have. So never mind. But if I were to somehow be able to get it, I would be able to. I think it gives like 500 fishing points or something, which means that I can instantly be done. Done before I started. Alright, really in the last fish. Oh fuck! Okay, this isn't good. I have to reel it closer and hope that I can get it perfectly. That fish punked me. Come on. That's it, that's it, that's it. Yes. Oh man, that was close. That was real freaking close. 250 points. That's good, that's good, that's good. Fish. And lobster. So I only need 100 points. So I think I catch 3 fish here, I'm good. Yeah, see, that's the power of the Gourmet clam. Catfish. I think catfish is 45 points. So even if I catch just 3 of them, I'm good. I think I got it. I think I should be good. Just because of the insane amount of points that I made from the first fishing session with the gourmet clam. Yeah, I have to be good. Definitely. See, last time I did this run, last time I did a run and got to this point, which was the last. Okay, now I get to chillax. I got to here and I really, really badly needed to take a piss. So I had to do a third cycle of the fishing game. Nice. Prize exchange. And I only needed to get like 1 fish from the second cycle of the fishing game. So I literally got into the third cycle, the third time of doing the fishing game, caught 1 fish, and then ran to the bathroom because I didn't know at the time how long it takes to do a fishing session, so I didn't know if it was a minute or what. Okay, so craft diabolic sword, diabolic cutlass. But anyway, so this time I should have been able to save at least 2 minutes on this split, which is awesome. See, I knew it's possible. So what's the trick aside from you either only get 2 lobsters and hope to be perfect, or try and get a gourmet clam. Okay, go to fishing pond, go to the water fortress, Borgrim's cave, healing on the way. Okay. So yeah, so he, I guess, enchanted that sword in some way. So that it can be used to exorcise that evil spirit. So now we're gonna go and beat the snot out of that big monster. We beat the crap out of the monster. We fight 1 more boss because why the hell not, apparently. Just keep tossing more bosses. And yeah, and then we can be done with this. And I think after doing all that, we actually get teleported back home. I think, or I'm definitely hoping. So that's nice. So yeah, you get here and neither the evil thing is here nor the robot, and then the robot comes out of nowhere, you hop in and you fight the big... Well, it's not evil thing, it's giant, the giant summon creature. So this is a pretty simple fight. I think I only ever lost it once when playing on the emulator set to like full fast forward speed. And I was like mashing the A button while fast forwarding. So obviously that wouldn't work out well because A, I didn't guard anything. But also it meant that I missed like a ton of inputs most likely. So we have this special laser attack with Giant Robot, which we get to use twice. And after using it the second time, he is down to about half his health. And for the rest of the health, we just go up to him and punch him in the face. I'll even start nudging closer to him from here. And we hope for crits, like this one. That's nice. That was a back crit. But because a crit, generally they do 2,400. So 3 attacks worth. Sadly, if we're about to get a crit and he hits us, interrupts it. Like, it flinches the robot, but what you gonna do? Oh, this time it didn't. This is going really well. Like, really well. I got, like, so many crits. I think 2 or 3 crits. That's really good. And done. Nice. Real nice. Okay, so then we have one more boss, like, immediately. Like, immediate boss. It's ridiculous. Okay, so cast Astral Guard. And then wait for it to be in a decent place. And then hit it with our special attack. Like, here should be good. Sometimes it behaves, like it stays in place, like this. But other times it can just start, like, flying around the whole area like this. That's less good. But we'll be just fine, because we're done. Excellente. That went really well as well. In the evening, choose a second option. Okay, maybe they will make us backtrack home. I don't know. I'm just seeing a whole lot of time left on my splits, and there's no way that's gonna go without me having to backtrack. So yeah, so after we beat the crap out of it, we use the Exorcism Blade, and that, like, gets it to calm down. The two kind of move out of the view, and make love, sweet, sweet love. And then, of course, the bad guys show up. Not a second too late. And somehow, Ryuga is strong enough to, like, 1v1 this giant Gundam. And he just goes, like, Super Saiyan, and then, oh, I'm not gonna let you guys have a giant killer robot, I'll just do this. And he, like, hits it once, and then it just explodes. Like, kablooey. Like, what the hell? So yeah, there's that. Come on, teleport me home. I don't want to have to backtrack. Because I don't have a note saying... Yeah, there we go. Because I don't have a note saying go home, which must mean that I get teleported. Second option, Tatiana. Excellent. Excellent. Wayne's World. This is going to be a good split. Nice. So I definitely saved more than 2 minutes. I'm pretty sure a single fishing game is... single fishing game is 2 minutes, but maybe I saved time somewhere else as well. The Blade Wing fight definitely went better. So I'm supposed to go down here to buy something from a dude. So at this point I'm already prepping things that I need for much later in the game. I already have 2 of these, but I'll just follow the money route and do what it tells me. Oh, buy whetstone, rubstone, go to Gour's Gate. Nice, way to not read. So this day is not awfully difficult. Well, actually, it's not as painful as the previous day. The previous day is really painful. Like tons of backtracking, 2 or 3 boss fights, the freaking fishing minigame. It's kind of stressful, and long as hell. However, this day is not so bad in this regard. However, it still has some trickery. Mainly that you need to kind of, at least right now because I'm rusty, I need to remember the layout of the dungeon and not screw up. Because there's like slippery ice and you can potentially waste a decent amount of time if you slide the wrong way, and also if you walk along the ice. Ooh, that's a big time waste. And it's possible that if I don't get good RNG, I'll have to return to the dungeon one more time, like I did in the previous run. Because in this dungeon, I need to collect 6 crystals from these boxes. And if I don't get 6, wow, that's never happened. While here, I need to return and continue to break boxes until I get 6. Now, since I did that run, I did find out one place that I can have access to a bunch more boxes. But I also forgot my setup for that. So I'll have to improvise a little bit. But yeah. Because leaving the dungeon, I need to have a total of 7 crystals. And there's one that you can pick up here in a chest. So that's how that math adds up. Oh yeah, I forgot that here there's actually a shortcut that I'm supposed to be taking that I just didn't take. That's 1 crystal. So go here. Yeah, see, I need to. This is one day that some practice wouldn't really hurt. Because what I'm supposed to do is go to where I just went just now, down and to the right, and then go back up here, break those boxes, and proceed to the next room. Either way, I'm at 1 so far, 1 out of 6 found from boxes, right? So here we're going to hear someone scream or whatever, and we have to say that it was a woman's voice, because the battle is easier than if you say a man's voice. Basically, you come here and you find these people, and they decided they don't like you, they've heard bad things about you or whatever, they woke up on the wrong side of the bed. But yeah. They're like, we're gonna fight you, and because you said you heard a woman's voice, you're gonna fight the girl. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, perfect. I didn't count that properly, but everything ended up fine. I don't even know if I needed to use that healing thing here, but that's 1. Oh, so I'm at 2 so far. I mean, I abandoned these, but I will have a chance to come back to them, so it's okay. So I'm at 2 out of 6. Not great compared to previous times being here. Not great, but well, what are you gonna do? The answer is not much. There's not much you can do. That's the answer there. Okay, so this is the one time in the game that we will fight a random encounter monster. We're not fighting a random encounter, but the way the game scripted this battle, these monsters aren't considered bosses. They're considered like random encounters. So yeah, so if we look at the bestiary at the end of the game, I actually will have one entry for a monster. If it wasn't for this battle, at the end of the game, my bestiary would be completely empty. And I think that's kind of cool. Oh, that was dumb. Oh, no, it's okay. Yeah, so I need to somehow make sure to hit that, those crates there. I'm not really sure what the way for that was. Oh, so close. Yet so far. Maybe I can hit on the way back. Probably not. So use the healing platform, use the whetstone and rubstone, and equip Omega Burst. Oh, and unequip the medkit. So here's where this is important. Okay, so equipment. Equip Omega Burst. Unequip medkit. Use whetstone. And use a rubstone. Cool. We're in good shape to go fight the last boss, or of this day. Obviously, it's not the final boss. Oh, so close. Oh wow, as if. So I think, yeah, I have 3 crystals, so I still need to get 4 more, or else I'll have to return to the dungeon. So unless I get some kind of godly RNG, that's not happening. That kind of sucks, but what are you gonna do? Especially since from this point on, there's almost no boxes left. So yeah, I'll have to return, which sucks because that is one of the few places that I could have saved time. See, there was a setup. I was supposed to go like here or something. There we go. Okay, that's 3 grabbed, 4 grabbed. Okay, so I need 2 more. Two more. Let's go. Let's go. These last boxes can save me like at least something like a minute, I think. But I don't know if it's gonna happen. There are 8 of them, so it is possible. I mean, I did just get 2 crystals out of 6 boxes, so let's go. Come on. 1. Seriously? Yes! Wow! Overkill. That's fantastic. This is really good. These last 8 boxes gave me like 4 crystals or something. Dope. Okay. That was a misclick. So immediately use Omega Burst. And then start using Spin Attack. Apparently I don't even need Astral Guard, apparently. Except he's being a total dick and spamming this attack, so I'll have to heal. Because I guarded, I wouldn't have been able to use my attack one more time. That's funny. That's kind of funny. Either way, we're quite ahead once again. So cast escape, talk to Bruno to leave. Then return to your house and then talk. Right, because I already did the one thing today, which was to buy... Transhift. Yeah, buy the Wyvern Claw. We're in such good shape to save time on this level, it's not even real. I mean, yeah, I know there's a ton of cutscenes left, but I'm still 7 minutes ahead from the split. Of course, assuming that I split properly. It's always possible, but I just didn't split properly. So much talking after this boss, it's not even real. Like, when I was writing the game and practicing, I would like use the fast forward feature here, and even when fast forwarding, this cutscene actually took time. Like normally in this game, like I just like tap the fast forward button, or like I'd hold it for a second. The whole cutscene would be over, and I'd be like already sitting there wasting time. This cutscene, I had to just hold it and like let it like sit there, like see more cutscenes. There's still more cutscenes. Like you never see these characters again. You've never met them before. You never seen them again. Yet they're spending like 5 minutes talking to each other. Well, not 5 minutes, but 5 minutes in game. Anyway, cast escape. Alright, hurry it up with the talking, guys. Hurry it up with the yakety yak. That was weird. The split wasn't happening. Like I clicked the split button, but it wouldn't do its splitting. So buy Dragon Ring and equip it, and also equip the medkit. Okay. So this time, unlike the previous time I did the game, I actually will have 2 medkits at this point in the game. Last time I only had 1. Equipment, Dragon Ring. Equipment, no, not magic, damn it. Item, medkit times 2. So yeah, if I had the medkit equipped on me, that would still say medkit times 1. I mean, it would still be equipped, but it would say medkit times 1. So this is a day where I need to be careful, because I could potentially mess up creating my weapon, and that would mean that like I'd be very, very screwed. Go to Water Fortress, apparently. So here we use escape to kind of skip the entire dungeon going backwards. Because when you cast escape inside a dungeon, it always sends you to the very beginning of the dungeon. And in this case, we needed to backtrack through the inside of it. Cast Omega Burst, then Astral Guard. Alright. Now don't be a dick. Come on. If he keeps it up, who is going to die first? Oh, thank God. That was so close. Either way, I wouldn't have died because I have the medkits, and that's what they're there for. But this was funny. This was so close. I like it. And once again, cutting it close to durability, but everything's been planned for. Okay, go to the Fire Fortress and then buy some stuff. Man, I really need to go through my notes and correct them because they are kind of messed up. Yeah, in my notes it says when my health gets around 300 to use the healing spell, and I let it get to like 198, and he almost hit me a second time. I like to live on the edge. I too like to live dangerously. Go to your house. Okay, so this is where there's some interesting, probably for viewers boring, but lots and lots of disassembling and reassembling of a weapon for the sole purpose of increasing my Craft Knight rank to a level 3, at which point I can now upgrade things with 3 ingredients at the same time. And that's mandatory in this part of the run so that I can have a new weapon that can have that epic attack I've been using the entire run. So yeah. Oh, I'm also going to be pre-crafting another exorcism weapon for later in the game. So here we go, let's get the crafting. Crafting. Disassemble the amateur knife. Craft the amateur knife with a vortex claw. Disassemble and craft a tusk rotor. Come on. With sandstone ore and a hard shell. Another reason why I'm doing all of this crafting and recrafting on the same weapon as opposed to maybe splitting it up between my different weapons is because when you craft and recraft the same weapon multiple times, it kind of continues to collect a little bit of inherent stats from the different things that it's been in the past. So it just basically gets better and better. Okay, disassemble it and craft it with crystals 7 times, and I even have 8, which is nice. So if I ever run out of money, I can just sell it. That's 1. Two. 3. Gotta be better at skipping these cutscenes. Come on. 4. 5. 6. Last one, almost there. 7, last one, okay. So we craft it. Okay. Now we disassemble it one last time. Whoops. And create it with the Demon Horn. This should increase my Craft Knight rank. Yeah. And then I'm going to upgrade it with 2 Vortex Crab Claws and a diffusion device. Equip it. I'm surprised that in my notes it doesn't say to repair, because it is possible for... Actually, no, maybe it's not possible for things to go awry on this level, because this weapon at this point in the game is like a beast, and you're about to see just how crazy it is. So anyway, this is an important section of the game that it just blew through. Heal and cast escape. Right, because I wouldn't be able to cast escape until I heal. And now I can cast it twice again. So we're going the same way as before. One more time. Yeah, this drill has an insane amount of durability, as you're noticing. I mean, I do have to do 2 more fights, but come on. So, big plot twist. What? This Black Swordsman has been harassing us the entire time? Has been Gabriel all along? What? Yeah, he's been pulling the whole good guy, trying to do the right thing through bad means, trying to stop you in weird ways. So, yeah, I don't know. Okay, so you have to quickly run through a little dungeon here. And I literally do mean run, we don't do anything here. Like, the notes are basically the 3 bosses. And they're kind of brief, even in that regard, because it's just do the same thing to all of them. The last boss has a little bit of a note about it, but it's not very important. Let's see if I remember how to get to this dungeon. I think last time I did the run, when I got to this point, I like went forward and then back to the previous screen because I got confused. I don't know, I was high. See, when you start escaping, the enemies just kind of give up on trying to do anything to you. It's really cool. They're like, oh, look at that, he's getting away. Alright, cool, let him go. We're not going to stop him. Clearly he wants to leave, so... I'm sure he has more important things to do. And I do. I really, really do. Alright. So here they somehow have Orin... Ah, I said Odin early in the game, didn't I? Yeah. His name is Orin, not Odin. I swear I probably said Odin twice. Yeah, they have him under some kind of mind control, so he's actually like fighting us. That, or they told him that he needs to fight us, or... I don't know. Once again, plot's not amazing. So cool. We're at half their ability, and we only have one more boss fight to do. This boss fight is actually one of the It's not really tricky. I wouldn't call it dangerous. It's obviously not dangerous at all, also because we have medkits. But it's annoying because this. So we're gonna fight the guy at the top and the little robot next to him, and the robot can activate this ability that, I mean, yeah, it hits us, I think, for a little bit of damage. That doesn't matter so much. But what it does is it like turns the screen dark, and the enemies become invulnerable, I think, and also I can't cast my ability. And also it cancels my ability if I had used it like that. So just now, I'm not sure if it wasted my durability, but it sure as hell didn't let me use it. So the important thing is to kill him, and this is going really well. Yeah, this is going really well. Like last time, that monster like blocked me like 3 times. This fight took a long time. This is fantastic. This is going so well. I hope the final boss doesn't kill me because damn. I love how after taking a break from this game for 2 weeks, I didn't forget how to do the fights. I didn't forget most of the details of the speedrun, but I forgot like the characters and the names. It really shows where I put my priorities. And it's not on the characters. Shit characters. Okay. So we're in really good shape. We've gone through a lot of the, so to say, milestones of the run. At this point, all that's kind of really left is just the final boss. There's one more fight that can potentially be problematic, but I feel like I've kind of gotten the hang of it, so it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. The kids will be alright. So here, because we ran out of escapes, we actually go back to this healing pad to recover our health and our uses of the escape spell. To go to the outside of the Wind Fortress and go through it and instantly be next to the teleporter, which is nice. Return to your house in the evening again. Use the 4th option. Yeah, this definitely saved us some time, this fight. I think I might be able to be 5 minutes ahead. Which is cool, because if I keep it up, that means I'll manage to be I'll manage to get the 4.5 minutes that I need to be sub 3:15. But we'll see. I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to call this the urn. The urn. So we'll see. Choose the 4th option. Okay. I really hope I don't lose this run to something. And at this point, it would have to be something like really dumb. So I really hope I don't do something really dumb to lose this run. And split. Nice, 5.5. Yeah, yeah, like I thought, that fight, something like a minute. That's basically what I thought. Okay, so go to the store. I'm buying these things because my notes say to do it, if you're wondering. I don't know what I'm doing, I'm just following my notes. Just a mindless puppet, executing commands. It says Thunder Fortress. So yeah, we're about to go to the very last dungeon to collect the fourth sword, the fourth demon edge, as they were. This dungeon is longish in terms of like how many rooms there are, and we do have to backtrack through half of it. But I mean, we run through all the battles. The monsters are pretty easy to run away from, and the bosses are, except for the one that's kind of sort of potentially tricky, the bosses are fine, and everything should be fine. It's not a very tricky thing. All right. I love how I still have that axe in the beginning of the game. That's my way of honoring its MVP-ness from that one battle against the Clockwork Knight. Like, I don't even have my original... Like, I've been working on the drill. I've been working on the knuckles. I don't even have my original sword. Like, I literally converted it to something that I'm going to give away in a few missions, in a few days. The spear I never used. The spear is just this thing that I used to break boxes. But the axe was MVP in one battle. So yeah. That's why we salute it. So here you get to meet the characters in this dungeon. They're these two ninjas who, as it turns out, they were cursed by the monster that protects this dungeon. And so they're kind of relaxing in the hot springs. And they're super aggro at you when you see them. You know you're a girl, so it's like, whatever. But anyway, they're like, oh, are you being a voyeur and like spying on us? We're gonna attack you because we're mad. We're crazy ninjas. It's like, relax, my ninja. I'm on your side. I'm on your side. Okay, beast skin claws and spin attack. Perfect. Wow. I could not have asked for this to work out better. 2, 3. I didn't even, like, I wasn't even trying to get him to go through me, and then he did, and he basically put himself in the corner, perfectly timed with my attack, to get totally destroyed. Fantastic. Also, from what I'm seeing in my notes, I didn't even really need to have that whetstone. That's just the precaution in case this battle goes totally haywire, and not only do I go through all the durability of the claws, but I also end up using like a third of the durability of the drill. That's fantastic. So does it say I need to heal? No. Okay. I mean, I know I don't need to heal, but... So yeah, so now we're gonna go through the dungeon. Gonna get to basically the end. I think we're gonna fight the boss, but then we're gonna have to backtrack. Yeah, we're gonna get to the end, we're gonna fight the boss. We're gonna backtrack a bunch. Or I think we get teleported back. We get teleported back, so we have to forward track. Yeah, we forward track through the dungeon to once again get back to the boss room, where we will fight a surprise guest. Yeah, these guys are really easy to escape from. That being said, we're already nearing the boss room. We're like 2 rooms away from it. Damn it, I need to scratch my forehead. So apparently, from what I'm seeing in the splits, I had a pretty good early game last time. Or, well, I had a good-ish early game. But then I kind of started messing up. And that makes sense, because while routing, and practicing, I spent the most time preparing for the beginning. Well, preparing the beginning because it's it's the part you always go through to get to later parts. But then the later parts of the game I hadn't prepared for as much. So anyway, so we get to the boss room and we see the demon edge that we're here for, but then this shaman monkey shows up and she's like, "Oh, that's the monster that cursed us. It's gonna eat me." So we drill it. We drill its teeth. We even we even stun it. We can get him like completely stunned. And done. Oh, come on. Good stuff. See, again here my notes don't say to use the healing platform. But they should. Yeah. They really should say use the healing platform. So yeah, so now we have to go through the dungeon one more time to go pick up the sword. Because I guess we were in such a hurry to go and drop off this girl to her brother that we couldn't even... stop it. That we couldn't even pick up the sword. Just ran back. She got cursed real hard, I guess. There is an item in this game that you can get by doing a relatively simple side quest that speeds up your escape. From what I've noticed, the escape takes 3 seconds. So 3 seconds from when the bar starts to fill up to when you're gone. It fills up all the way. And it speeds it up from 3 to 2. But I don't know, like, I haven't timed how long it takes. Oh, this guy. I haven't timed how long it takes to go and do that side quest, because for every second that it takes to do that side quest, basically I have to be doing a battle. And I mean, I never count how many battles I escape from. There are quite a few, especially in the final dungeon. But like, I don't know. I just can't help but feel like it couldn't possibly be worth it. Because you have to go to like a couple of rooms and I think you literally just talk to one person in the town, and then you go to one of the fortresses and talk to another person there. And then they give you these boots. Oh, and that's another thing. You have to equip the boots while going to the dungeon, but then obviously for the boss battles you want to have your regular equip ring so that your stats are proper. Kind of spazzed out here. So yeah, this drill is fantastic. Not as a drill, but just as a vessel for the spin attack. Poor guy didn't even get to attack me. His durability is like max. So once again, making good time on this day. There's going to be some talking, but still. Although I don't think there's that much talking. I don't know. I don't remember, I don't know. Boy. Everyone's going Super Saiyan. Everybody was Kung Fu fighting. So I guess by going Super Saiyan, you scare away this other guy who is clearly way stronger. Well, not on the 1v1, because we just wiped the floor with him. But, like, the man destroyed a giant robot. Like, come on. I can't do that. I don't think I can use a spin attack to destroy that giant robot. Okay, escape. Talk to Bruno to leave. Then go back to town. So here I have to buy another item from another seemingly random item from the salesman in the town. But it's basically I'm collecting these items so that I can upgrade the final weapon in the game that we make before fighting the final boss. So yeah. Once again, we're choosing Lynn to talk to at the end of the day. We're getting dangerously close to the end of the game, by the way. Like, real fucking close. So I think I saved another minute on this day. Nice. Not quite a minute, but 50 seconds. And I don't know where. Maybe on that one battle. I'm not really sure where I saved the time. So this day is very difficult to do. What you have to do this day is leave town. And then the day ends. Yeah. Like, you literally leave town, you teleport to the end of this dungeon that you just spent so much time like running through and, you know, having a bit of a struggle on the way. You just teleport there, have a little heart-to-heart with Lynn, and then that's it. Basically, day over. I'm not sure if I skipped at the right place. I guess I did. I'll have to rewatch that. I mean, I didn't see the night thing. Go to the Water Fortress. Oh, it's because I don't actually have a split for that day. That's why. Yeah, that's fine. So here I use that repellent amulet that I bought earlier. And I forgot about it. So did I. But there was a reason why I did it. So basically we're going to Nina to tell her that not only did we find the summoned creature that has her body, but also we have this guy who came to, you know, that guy who made the exorcist swords, and he's gonna help us get her body back. So here he tells us, hey, you know, I can make this exorcism sword for you, but to make it you need like vortex crab claws, and then like when I had that little chat with my summon creature, he's like, hey, you know, there's these enemies in the subterranean bay, the beach dungeon, that drop it. We should go there and you know, find one. However, there was a boss that dropped it, so we already had it, so we already crafted it. So we're gonna go back to town and go give him the sword, which we already have. Like, we literally had the sword as we're talking to him, as he was telling us about it. As we were discussing how to get it, we already had the sword. We're like Sherlock. We're like way ahead of him. 50 steps ahead. Got Sherlocked. I'm supposed to be moving. I thought there was going to be more text. Scrolling down my notes, or trying to at least. So this is another fight where it's against the person, but there's also a summon creature involved. but it's a very easy one because unlike the last one that we did like that, her summoned creature isn't able to do like a stalling attack. So we don't even care. Like, we can completely ignore it. Like, we don't care if it hits us. We don't care if we hit it. Like, it doesn't matter. Where is she? There she is. It's important to just get her in a corner and take care of her nice and quick. There we go. So, now that we beat the snot out of her, we were able to exorcism her. Yeah, we get to exorcism her. Which is nice. And that's what we're doing here. It's like, no, what? Evil spirit gone. They don't really say what happens to the evil spirit. And also, we don't actually see Nina, or at least I didn't see Nina in the room, like, getting her body back. But we're assuming that she was there. Oh, never mind, sorry. Okay, there she is. Yeah, so we bring the body back. We drag a corpse back. So yeah, Nina has her body back, and everyone is happy, and we can now continue with saving the world, or at least our village. I'm not sure if they said what happens if we don't stop that thing. I'm not sure if it said it's gonna have like global effects. I think for these guys, the world is their little village and the surrounding areas, so yeah. So here we cast escape twice to go from that cave to the outside of the cave, and then from the outside of the cave we go to the Wind Fortress, which is pretty neat. So now we have to buy one last final piece of equipment. The Ninja Ring, which is going to improve our speed and defense. Then we have to go and pick up all the swords that we collected. Because basically at this point in the game, they're making it seem as if like we're ready. Like we have all the swords, we have everything. Everything's set in place. We're good to go and seal away the big bad monster or whatever. This is the hardest part in the run, picking up the swords. There's only one tiny little pixel side of the bed that you can interact with to pick them up. So he talks to us, he's like, oh, you know, are you ready? Are you prepared? What you're gonna fight is really bad, blah blah blah. I don't know, just typical, are you ready for this speech bullshit. Maybe I should create an extra split. Ah, actually no, never mind. Like, if this run dies, and I have to do this over again, I might consider creating an extra split where, so like something in day 11 that kind of breaks it up. I think I might just break it up into day 11 and day 12. Day 12 isn't an official day, because you don't see the day transition. However, it behaves like a new day in the sense that people around the village and around the surrounding dungeons change their behavior. And generally that's how we judge, you know, that's the more important. Wow, that was kind of impressive. That's the more important factor of day changing, is that everything kind of switches up. People move, people sell different things, etc. Okay, so we fight Ryuga. Yes, look at this. Experience 9,000. bonus experience, 20,000. Ridiculous. So here's time for yet another interesting plot, or did I say interesting? Another obvious plot twist. So this guy, the predictable, typical, stereotypical bad guy shows up. He has Tatiana as a hostage. He's like, take me to the room so that I can do something with the evil creature, set it free or whatever. And then who's gonna show up but Lynn? And he's like, oh, you fools, you had to make me do this. Turns out that she's all powerful and strong, and she is also evil. And much like our friend Ryuga, who is her brother, she is also a summon creature of some sorts and can transform. I don't know why no one asked that question. Like, how is she the sister of a summon creature, but she wasn't aware that he is? I don't know. Plot holes. But anyway, so she shows up, flips the script, technically, I guess. And I think just... Oh yeah, she's like incinerates this guy. Just like makes him disappear. And takes more hostages into the into the CO room. Let's call it. The room where all the CO's party. So yeah, right here the day changes. Even though you're not told the day changes, it's technically a different day. Even though it's daytime outside. According to the windows. I don't know if you can trust windows. So once again we talk to him. Once again he gives us a little speech. Except this time it's somewhat for real. See, I don't know at which point I'm supposed to equip the frickin' ninja ring. I think it's later on. But I think I'll equip it now. Because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna test something. Might save me time, might not, but I'm already kind of ahead. I'm going to attempt to buy as many... can I sell anything? Nothing other than that crystal. Yeah, pearl, perfect. I can buy 3 repellent amulets. I use this opportunity to equip the ninja ring. Oh yeah, actually if I had equipped the ninja ring, I'd be able to sell the dragon ring as well. But I'm not going to bother with that, because I don't even know if it's worth it. So yeah, because now we're actually going to enter the sealed labyrinth, and it's a long dungeon. It's by far the longest dungeon in the game that we've seen so far. There's bosses, but only at the very end. So unlike the other dungeons, it doesn't have like a mid boss. It has a lot of quote unquote puzzles. Yeah, that's about it. Oh, and big surprise. He's going to try and stop us, or test us, or some bullshit. I don't even know anymore. I never claimed to know. I don't know these people's motivations. But what I do know is that they're all vulnerable to spin attack. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It is actually somewhat important to not let them get up long enough to cast something, or to let them actually, yeah, basically I even though he only had 10 health left, it's much safer to start using a spin attack while he's still knocked out, so that the second he gets up he gets killed, than to let him get up and try and kill him with a regular attack. Because if I do that, it's possible that he might like instantly cast like a healing spell on himself and recover his health, and don't nobody want that. So yeah, here we go. We're gonna go to the final dungeon. Everyone's getting all serious. Yeah, like teleport away, and then here we go. So what I haven't ever done, so I haven't practiced, or well, practiced. I haven't tested this. I don't know if it works. Whether or not you get fewer encounters here with repellent amulets on. So far, I already have one, and I'll probably get another one soon. So my guess is it doesn't help at all. But hey, if it saves me like 1 or 2 encounters in the whole dungeon, if it adds like 3 or 4 steps in between encounters, this is the one dungeon where it will show. The theme of this dungeon is pushing blocks. There's lots of boulders. There's lots and lots and lots of boulders that need to be pushed. Some get pushed on ice. Most don't. There's a puzzle which, if you mess it up, I mean, I've never messed it up, but you can potentially lose a ton of time. It's kind of hard to mess up in the sense that you need to make a mistake. Like, you need to try and push the boulder the wrong way, like 3 times in a row. If you realize you're pushing it the wrong way the first 2 times, you can still go around and straighten it out. Anyway, this is one of the longer boulder pushing sections. So here we're going to jump into the spiky hole, because if you ever see a spiky hole in real life, you should jump into it. It's a lesson from video games. Important lesson for all the kids. I don't know, I'm literally gonna have to like replay this video and count the encounters, and then replay my old video and count the encounters. And I swear to God, it'll most likely end up being like 1 or 2 encounters of a difference, which is inconclusive. One good thing about this dungeon, I mean, yeah, you do a whole lot of things on ice. You don't get encounters on ice. Oh, that was lame. Come on. So at least there's that. Yeah, I mean, they make you do a lot of ice stuff, but you don't get encounters on ice. Although, I'll bet that you do still accumulate steps for the repellent amulet to wear off on ice. So, yeah, whatever. That was longer than it needed to be. Over to the left, there's a chest with a medkit. That'll be our 3rd medkit. Preparing us from the final bosses. Preparing us for screwing up on the final bosses. Basically. So, I sure hope I remember this puzzle. I think I do. 1, 3, okay, I didn't remember it. It's 1. Come on. It's 1, 3, and 4. Yeah. I knew the numbers 1, 3, and 4 meant something. Been floating around my brain. Like 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4. Getting real close. This is the last level over here. Or maybe second? No, yeah, last one. So this is that puzzle I was talking about. Okay. This puzzle is designed to make you have to walk as much as possible. Just in case you were wondering. That's how this puzzle works. So like, how can we possibly make him have to walk around pillars for as much as possible? That's how. That being said, we're almost in the clear. At this point, I still do have some floor space where I can get encounters, but I don't think it's worth it to use the repellent amulet, considering that I'm gonna get an encounter most likely anyway. And I didn't. There you go. So even if I had used the repellent amulet, it probably would not have been worth it. So anyway, so we made it to the rendezvous with the hostage taker. And she's going to make us fight. What is it? She's going to make us open the room where the evil spirit is sealed. And she's going to make us basically release it. It's really weird because you spent a portion of the game collecting these swords, like these demon edges. And I mean, logically it makes sense that you're doing it so that you can seal the thing away. And yet what you do here is you use the swords to free it. So that's the one thing that kind of confuses me, like why you have to collect them to put it, like to banish it, but they can also be used to free it. I don't freaking know. At this point, I hope, I don't know, I hope I can make it. Oh yeah, we also get to fight Lynn, which is fun. Once again, Gabriel shows up with the backstab. And I mean, unless the final boss battle doesn't go well, I should be able to save time over the last time. Because I made one little mistake. Cool. Okay. Now this is the next battle is kind of interesting. It's a scripted battle. I can't do anything to speed it up, or I mean I can't lose. So there's always that. I can die, but other than that, all I can do is just try and not do anything. That is, not cast any spells. So, every spell cast is about 6 seconds. So ideally I don't do anything. Last time I did this, I screwed up and ended up getting killed so that a medkit got triggered. And triggering a medkit, it's still, I don't know if it was 6 seconds, but it was still a couple of seconds. And it also put me in technically a slightly riskier situation for later on. So yeah. Alright. Yeah, so this boss, it's a minute in the fight. And we basically have to make sure that he does this attack, where he stomps his hoof around and charges at you. Don't get hit by that, because that's unguardable, and it's like 600 something damage. However, you can go through him fairly easily when he does it. And these attacks you can guard with relative ease. And you can just like run away from him. There we go. That should be good. I think the battle should be ending any second now. Cool. So this is how this battle should be done. Unlike the first time. Oh, also if I had tried to attack him, I would have found out that all of my weapons, all of my abilities, absolutely everything that I can think of does exactly 1 damage to him. 1. So, yeah. So we kind of teleport out somehow once again. Oh, what? We can still teleport everywhere? But anyway, so we teleport out. We're like, hey, we can't hurt him. And then our summoned beast is like, hey, I found this thing earlier. Or at least I think he says he found it. He might also just say I have it. But I think, from what I know about the game, I think he says that he found it at the Glacier Gorge, where we fought that, where we fought the ice golem. So yeah. So what we do here is, using that special little thing that he just gave us, a Gem of Light, we can disassemble any one of our weapons and craft it with that. So we can disassemble the Beast King Claws, craft them with the Gem of Light, make the Noble Claws, get a little speech about it, we can upgrade them with the 3 items that we have left over. Everything's been planned. Because of one of those items, we're going to get a special ability. I think I also have to recover my health, because whatever health I have here is what I go into the next battle with. I can equip the Noble Claws and equip Enchant Spark on this guy. I already have the Ninja Ring on, so we're good to go. Final 2 battles. And I have 8 minutes to do them both in order to be sub 15. Approximately, a little bit under 8 minutes. The first one can be done in about 1.5 minutes, and the second one I believe takes 4 or 5 minutes. So it should be doable. If I don't get super duper fucked, it should be doable. The thing kind of sucks is that for the second game, for the second battle especially, backstepping is very important. I'm doing a lot of backsteps. So yeah, we'll see. Because the best way to beat that final boss, the final boss, is to just backstep through him. It's much easier, or at least a little bit easier, to backstep through him than it is to dash through him. So yeah, there we go. So for this one, run up and quickly start using the ability. Try to guard immediately after follow the same rules as for the previous time in terms of guarding. If I have less than 550 health, so I don't even enchant, I don't even use guard, I don't do anything. 1 guard, come on. I have to get into the rhythm. Okay. Okay, now. Okay, so I'll heal. Okay, there we go. Nice. See, the thing that sucks here is that I have to wait for my thing to rise. Although, I can just kill him. Yeah, that was a bit of a waste of time. Okay, anyway, final fight, and I have 5 minutes to do it. Maybe sub 15. Can it be done? I think so. So cast Astroguard, then enchant Spark, and then just go to town. Here we go, moment of truth. Sub 15 is on the line. Let's see if the sub 15 dream can live. So yeah, as I said early in the game, here we're about to go Super Saiyan again. Except it's like an even more epical form of our Super Saiyan form. Yeah, honestly, I think in order for this battle to take more than like 4 minutes, he has to be a Rio shitter. So I think we'll be okay. I just have to play well. Like always. Getting the sweaty fingers. Okay, Astroguard, Enchant Spark. Let's go. This is my final form. Before it wasn't even my final form, now it is my final form. Astroguard. Also, while I have medkits, it's important to use them. Nice. He's being real good. Nice. Wait, am I literally doing enough damage to stun him? Oh yeah, because I still have Astroguard on, I'm able to... Okay, that was bad. Because I still have Astroguard on, I'm able to... Nice. So I think my Enchant Spark also wore off. And why am I just standing here? What the hell? Okay, I need to start dealing damage to them. Okay, I don't approve this. What the hell? Oh, come on. He's being a real asshole now. Great. Like, I'm doing well regarding all of his attacks, but he's being a total piece of ass. And I can also, yeah, I can only do that so long before it gets bad. That's it. That's it. Get screwed. Yes. Okay. And I call time when I go into the stats screen. Time, I guess. Oh my god. As if. So yeah, I lost a minute. Maybe in the boss fight. Maybe out of nowhere. Goddamn, doesn't matter. The important thing is that the sub 15 dream is not only possible, but now a reality. Only by 40 seconds. And if I really cared, I would do it again and try and speed it up some more. But I don't care. Oh man, I'm shaking right now. And most importantly, I now get to drink water and take a piss at the same time. Because I haven't been able to do either for obvious reasons. Oh god, look at that summer best. Sub 310. How about no? You crazy splits bastard. How about N fucking O?